In our very first story, there is heavy police presence at the headquarters of the new Patriotic Party as some party members have besieged the premises to petition the leadership of the party over the suspension of National Chairman Paul Afoko. The supporters describe the suspension of Mr. Paul Afoko as illegal and want his immediate reinstatement. The supporters say they will boycott the 2016 elections if Mr. Afoko is not reinstated and acting Chairman Freddie Blade is removed.
A petition to the leadership of our party, MPP party. As officers and members of the MPP, we are deeply concerned about the current development that has characterized our party. It is sad that all our efforts over the years are being drained away. However, as frontline soldiers of our party, the time has come for us to demand leadership that will promote peace, genuine unity, bring everyone on board for the important agenda for capturing political power in 2016. We have therefore resolved as follows. Our party was built on the foundation of rule of law, democracy, the rights and dignity of individuals. Our efforts and engagement as a party must be reflection of these scared tenets given to us by our forebears and should guide us in all our activities. 2. We therefore condemn the overthrow of our party constitution by the very people who are to uphold it to the letter. We strongly uphold that our party constitution should be restored and due process followed in the activities of our party at all levels. The supposed suspension of our duly elected mandated national chairman ill-timed, disastrous and destructive towards the Victory 2016 agenda. We demand an immediate resection of the erroneous decision to suspend Paul Afoko as the constitutional elected national chairman of our party.
Now, TV3 News also spoke with the police commander on duty, and they described the procession by the NPP supporters as illegal.
To control, maintain law and order, that's all.
But you can establish that they did not inform you ahead of time.
Sorry?
You can establish that they did not inform you ahead of what they just did.
And that is why we are saying that our leadership will deal with that. We are here to maintain law and order. Simple.
Let's now get on the phone lines now and speak to political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Dr. Evans Agridaku. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. What do you make of the very latest developments within the party?
Well, I think that these are some, remember last week I indicated that the decision that was made, we are likely to have some of these developments. Supporters showing support and indicating that perhaps they are not in favor of the decision that has been made. But if you see, within an organization, even though this is a political arena, just this morning I was telling my students that within organization, but the last topic I treated is, we call it organizational politics. So in every organization, there's politics in there. And your survival in the organization is a political activity. So you need to appreciate the dynamics of power politics. You need to appreciate the power positions. You need to appreciate the organizational structure. You need to appreciate your own workings within the organization and whether your existence within the organization means anything at all for the survival of the organization. Now, if at any point in time the organization finds you irrelevant, and for which reason they institute some punitive action against you, ideally, if you have any future within that organization or within the party, I would expect that you use the internal structures that are available to seek redress.
Doctor,
to use internal structures and resort to this anomic behavior. Effectively, what you are telling political watchers and political scientists is that you have finished.
From your analysis, is it safe to say that there's a possibility that Mr. Paul Afoko could be behind the actions of these supporters, especially seeing that yesterday a court threw out the case that was brought against the party?
Well, these are your supporters, and I don't see why. I mean, you are rallying around, you are organizing, or people are doing something in support of a particular candidate. So I mean, it's a plausible argument to make. He may not have directly organized them, but he may have a finger in this. So what I'm saying is that you expect that within an organization, grievances or grievance redressing mechanisms do exist. If you look at the happenings within the party, the fact that the chairman, it's a chairman, he said a suspended chairman. So if the suspended chairman for some time now, I mean, it's not an easy thing for all these big works, these prime movers to meet and say that we want to suspend the whole national chairman. And that is why you remember the last time my argument was that we may not be privy to some information, you understand, and therefore we will just be conjecturing. I mean, I don't think the MPP will be out there giving all the reasons, all the key reasons why they think that the party chairman perhaps is not serving the party's interest and perhaps may be serving an external interest. And so if I am suspended, and for which reason some students decide to demonstrate within Legon, I don't think I can absorb myself. It could be a spontaneous reaction, but it has taken some time, and I think that some serious organization may have gone on to bring these people to show that perhaps they rally behind or they are behind, the chairman. But I am saying that as much I do about nothing, it is likely that these things will not really undermine the sanctity of the party. It's what it will do is that further nail perhaps this very important personality's political career, as it were. So I think that by and large, Afoko, Chairman Afoko, or the suspended Chairman Afoko and his supporters are just telling the public, Ghanaians, and perhaps the wider world that
Dr. Agri, considering your monitoring of developments within the opposition NPP, are you one of those who think that, are you one of those who question the loyalty of Paul Afoko? We understand, for instance, that he's about to hold a press conference. Is that an action that you'd expect him to take at this point in time?
No, within a democratic experiment, there are several access routes which people can use. People can decide to go to the court of public opinion, as I believe if the press conference will be geared towards that direction, I believe, for the public to judge to see whether indeed they have been fair to you or not. But you see, as I said, you have a party which has an interest. And the major interest of any political party is to capture political power. If you look at Paul Afoko's position within the party, he's a very critical actor, whether we like it or not. So I will be extremely surprised if these prime movers, CK Tadam and all of that, Hackman, Owusu Ajiman. I remember those days when we were in Legon, as in 1992, Hackman and co were all around trying to rally support for the party at a time that the ban on party politics was lifted. We were all here. I remember there were times we had to meet them at top of view shop. I mean, that was the time NDC, MPP, and all those, Kabinada Aku and all those who used to come around. And we would normally listen to everybody because we were also interested in learning. So I would be surprised that all these critical, personalities, Hackman and others that I've alluded to, will be oblivious of how significant it is to maintain a united front going into any election. But I tell you that it's possible that they have realized, and I am not in a position to validate that particular position, that they may have realized that maybe the party and some critical actors in there may be serving external interests. If you remember, that is why I said on some platform last week that it is possible that some of the actors within the party perhaps are acting like demons. You understand? One danger with demons is that, I'm using an imagery of demons, is that you may be working with them either in a house or in a church or in organizations, it can be in TV3 or whatever, but you are working with them day and night and you don't know that they are undermining you. So in an event that people are able to identify and able to really interrogate issues and put 1, 2 together and know, or 1 and 2 together and know that these people's activities are likely to undermine the chances of the party in 2016. I tell you, the party may use all legitimate means available to it.
All right, thank you very much, lecturer with the Political Science Department.